For nearly 3 weeks, fires have been raging in the Amazon rainforest. The vast majority has been set up by loggers and ranchers to clear land for cattle. They feel encouraged by President Bolsonaro's populist pro-agro business agenda, who slashed funding of environmental agencies in charge of protecting the Amazon. Brazil is the largest exporter of beef in the world, providing close to 20% of total global exports, with more than $6.5 billion in revenue. Bolsonaro's mission is for this to increase. But after an international outcry and threats of boycotting Brazilian products, the president was obliged to send the military to tackle the fires. Today, we flew over one of the most affected areas. It was covered in smoke and we could hardly see in front of us. The pockets of fire are so spread out that it would be practically impossible to extinguish them unless the rain comes.
A sick planet cannot afford to damage a vital organ. If the world is to overcome climate change, it needs a healthy Amazon rainforest. But right now, it's suffocating. We are seeing a record number of fires spread across this vast landscape. 75,000 so far this year, 85% more than last year. And there are accusations that this is a self-inflicted wound. Farmers and loggers deliberately starting fires to illegally deforest the land.
We're flying to the state of Pará, one of the most deforested areas in the whole of the Amazon. Below there are huge farms where once there was pristine forest. You can smell the smoke here. This is the frontier where the Amazon meets cattle ranching.
The response from activists and many politicians has been outrage. But much of this criticism is for Brazil's populist president Jair Bolsonaro. He's accused of encouraging the destruction of the Amazon in order to boost Brazilian cattle farming.
Eles são os autênticos exterminadores do futuro sustentável. É Bolsonaro, é piromaníaco. E é uma pessoa que não tem nenhum apreço, nem pela verdade, nem pelo clima, nem pelos povos da floresta.
Despite the protests, President Bolsonaro retains large support across Brazil, especially among the people whose industry he's making a priority, the cattle ranchers. Outside the rural town of Alta Floresta, I went to meet Celso Bevilacqua. He's the owner of a vast cattle ranch, about 20 square miles of land, nearly half of which used to be rainforest.
¿Y cómo hizo para abrir la floresta? ¿Tuvo que quemar?
Motosserra y queimar.
Celso tells me most of his beef is exported to large multinational chains. He's in favor of President Bolsonaro's policies and believes the reaction to the Amazon fires is overblown.
É uma fake news. O Brasil não está queimando a Amazônia. Nós temos algum incêndio que é feito em algumas regiões por causa da época de seca mesmo, como tem incêndios florestais na Europa, nas Ilhas Canárias que está tendo agora. É tudo uma grande mentira. Então existem grandes inverdades na questão da Amazônia. O maior interesse da Amazônia é que a Amazônia fique virgem, intocável, para a comunidade internacional no futuro tomar conta dela.
¿Você cree que Bolsonaro representa a maioria dos brasileiros?
No mínimo 80%. O Jair Messias Bolsonaro, o nosso presidente, tem o nome Messias. Messias é o libertador.
Such idolization appears out of step with the growing global condemnation of the president's response to the crisis. But there are many Brazilians who believe the Amazon is theirs and do not appreciate foreigners telling them what to do with it. While the forest continues to burn, tens of thousands of troops have now been dispatched to help local firefighters put out the flames. As the battle goes on, the world will watch with concern. Climate change now means a problem in one country is often a problem for all.